Alright guys, so today we will be working on two-step equations. So what exactly is a two-step equation? It's an equation that requires two steps to solve and that involves more than one operation. So that means you'll have to at least add or subtract and multiply or divide. So our equation for today is 3x plus 2 equals 25. So you guys can go ahead and write that down right now. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to find x. Alright, so try and picture a scale when doing two-step equations. Whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other. Otherwise, your equation will be uneven and you will get the wrong number for x. Alright, so as you can see, 25 is on one side, and on the other side is 2 and 3 boxes labeled x. That's the value that we're trying to find. So remember that two-step equations involve two steps, hence the name. So when doing two-step equations, you want to do the opposite of PEMDAS, which is parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. Alright, so we're going to be doing SADMEP, a little something I made up, which is just the opposite of PEMDAS. Subtraction, addition, division, multiplication, exponents, and parentheses. Alright, so we're working backwards. In this case, we're not going to have to worry about exponents or parentheses. So that means our first step is to subtract 2 from each side. So can anyone tell me what equation we'll be left with? Raven?
3x equals 2.
Great job. All right. So we already did the first step, so now we're on to our second step. So what we're going to do is divide each side by 3. So we're dividing each side by 3 because that's the coefficient in front of x. It lets us know that our unknown variable is in the equation 3 times. Alright? So that's why we're dividing by 3, because we only want to know the value of 1x, not 3 x's. Alright? So make sure you guys divide your equation by 3. So after we divide, can anyone tell me what is x? Tevin.
7.666.
Yes, great job. All right, and remember, when you were doing your equations, you always want to go back and check. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the value that you just found, 7.66, and you're going to plug it back into your original equation, 3x plus 2 equals 25. And when you guys are done, and it's correct, I want you guys to give me a big thumbs up. Great. So sometimes it's hard to remember what to do when you're doing math. There's so many rules, like, you know, what you do to one side, you have to do the other. So I came up with a little rap for us to remember what to do. It's to the tune of Yo Gotti's Break It Up. So I want you guys to sing it with me. All right. So ready? I tell all my friends, the first step, we subtract. Then what's next? I don't know. What do we do? What do we do? I tell all my friends, the next step, we divide. Then that's it. Now I know. Plug it in. All right, so whenever you're doing your two-step equations, try to remember this little rap in your head. And if the equation calls for, addition or multiplication, you can just switch the words around. So instead of subtract, you just add. Instead of divide, you multiply. All right? So what we're going to do is we're going to do a couple examples. So we're going to start with the first one right here. All right, we're going to do this together as a group. Can anyone tell me what the first thing we're going to do in this equation, 5x minus 6 equals 54? Allie?
Add 6 to both sides.
Yes. And can anyone tell me what equation we are left with after that?
5x equals 6.
All right, great job. And what's the next thing we're going to do? We've got 5x equals 60. Tevin.
Divide each side by 5.
Yes. And can anyone tell me what an x is? 12. Great job. And don't forget, you always want to plug it in to check your work. Now the second one, it's a little trickier, but I think you guys got it. All right, so what's the first thing we're going to do? Yes, divide each side by 2. And what is the equation we are left with?
X plus 5 equals 17.
Great job. And what's the next thing we're going to do? X plus 5 equals 17.5.
Subtract 5 for both sides.
Yes. And what does that make X?
12.5.
Great job, guys.